Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. As we'll see, the number 16 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Offense set on first down. The give to the tailback. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4. There's always that issue of conference pride, keeping up, of proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time, SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes with it. It definitely adds some of that fire. It makes you want to beat them more. I love these big-time games.
Yeah, they really do, David. And I think this is one of those games where if you're the ACC team and your players in that locker room, you've had this game circled all offseason. This game is your opportunity to prove, not just to your conference, not just to the SEC, but to everybody in college football, just how good you are as a team and how good your conference is.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. They'll give it to him again. At the 40, there he goes. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
That is such a good run. I'll tell you, if you're going to put on a Seminole helmet, you better be dangerous with the ball in your hands at the running back position, right? You think back to the late, great Bobby Bowden. He was always able to recruit a difference maker at that position. He would have loved to have this guy in his offense because it feels like he can score a touchdown every single time he has the ball.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And he's got it inside the 10. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise. On the opening drive, nice execution. They scored the touchdown. That was big time.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score coming on the touchdown pass from 55 yards out. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Line gets set. First down. Back to throw, it's Owens. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. A designed run for the quarterback. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
And Artie, it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much, and even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
The give. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Trying to seal the edge on the right. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. The Bayou Bengals have been able to put on an aerial circus in recent years, but the foundation, the running game.
Don't forget about the run game. That starts everything, right? Because if you can run it, you can throw it, you can create some balance and keep defenses off guard. But I think LSU does a really good job of always establishing the run game first. Then they'll get to their playmakers and all the speed out wide.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
Four wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Nice job by the defense just being very sound, understanding what they were seeing, and going and getting it. A lot of times these running backs force missed tackles and make you miss and make big plays. This defense did a good job of not letting that happen.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, the ground game. That'll be a gain of about 7, leaves him with 3rd and 3.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next play.
A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
You know, one of the areas that separate good offensive coordinators from great ones is how efficient their offenses are on 3rd down passing plays. That was the perfect call at the perfect time, and obviously executed well.
Wide out in motion. Touch pass on the run. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
They've got a really good drive going, but a little speed bump here at 2nd and 13. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. LSU right back to the line. Quarterback will audible. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He fires it out to the right. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Really nice 3rd down sub defense there at that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. So they are lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Great job on the back end in coverage. DB staying in the hip pocket of the target and was able to swat that ball away.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Jackson will throw. He's looking deep. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
And as an offense, you want to stay aggressive. You want to keep calling these downfield shots. I know you didn't complete that one, but you want to send a clear message. You're trying to take the top off this defense. You keep calling downfield shots. You soften up the...
He's going up top. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. He'll try to take it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On the move. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the 1st quarter.
Florida State 7, LSU 3.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They'll leave it with him. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. Motion from the offense. Direct snap. And this one will be stopped for no gain. LSU quick to the line. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. And the incomplete pass turns the ball over on down.
That is just a play you've got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. Fourth down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play, and you've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive. He's not able to come up with it.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll run play action. And they got him for the sack.
Well, he's off to an awesome start this season. Had a sack in their last game, gets his first sack right now. I think he has a chance to be a huge focal point in this defense moving forward, but let's just worry about what's happening now. This offense has to find a way to slow him down.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And it's picked off. Trying to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Brought down, but looks as if LSU will pick up the first down. LSU doing what it always does when they're really good, moving the ball on the ground.
Yeah, trying to find that physicality. They get so many great players across the country. LSU has the pick of people in Louisiana. Everybody wants to come there, and you can tell they always find great talent, and they're always able to run the football.
They get him on the ground with this running game imposing its will. 6-yard gain down to the 17.
And a nice job by the offense of picking up the blitz, understanding that extra guy was coming, and creating just a little bit of a hole for that running back to slither through and get some positive yards.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Looking to throw, it's Owens. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. Couldn't find his man last time. Now they'll have to convert 3rd and 4. Looking for room. It's Miranda. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And he walks is in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers! You have to imagine we're going to see a bit more of these designed runs as this game goes on.
No doubt. This is a guy that can run it. He can throw it. So what do I do? How do I stop it? Do I play pass? Do I play run? I mean, it's very frustrating to try to stop this kind of guy. And you see the explosive capabilities and making it happen on his own.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, we should have ran a better route.
Wide receiver shows motion. Jackson gonna throw it. Got his man on the right. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. The Seminoles will hustle to the line. Looks as if he's gonna run it. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one after their own 37. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. The Noles have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Pulls it in. It's Hawkins. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
At the 35, he's loose. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets him 30-plus. The clock is not their friend. Got to get everybody to the line quickly. They'll throw it on 1st down. He's got it. He thought he might turn that into a score, but the defense able to wrestle him down short. They'll stop him at the 3. Give to the back. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Noles! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Charlotte ran roughshod over the competition today en route to a double-digit victory, and they looked clean doing it. And I don't just mean in those gorgeous unis. This team is buttoned up. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, Dave, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Looking downfield, it's Owens. Makes the pass. It's caught. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. It's complete. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He'll try to pop the draw. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And they sniff that draw out. With a draw, you really have to sell that pass like you're going to throw the ball down the field, but the defensive line, the defense was not fighting it. You could tell they were ready for it. Came, got on the running back, got him on the ground quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Caught in the backfield, it's Miranda. There's a timeout call as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Deep shot for the end zone. Oh, what a grab by the defense. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
Hey, look, it's early in the game, and this quarterback's excited. You're playing with tons of energy. You feel like you've got an opportunity to throw a touchdown pass early, create some momentum, but the play just wasn't there to be made. You got to do a better job just throwing that thing away, knowing that a field goal is big at this juncture, but unfortunately now they'll come away with nothing on that drive.
Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room as they mark it at the 17. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Seminoles will kick it away to start the second half. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. On the option. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Back to throw, it's Owens. Flips it out in the flat. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. Man, he had to get rid of that thing. I don't even think he had time to find the laces, but he picks up the first down.
Yeah, that's a great job. You know, third and short, the defense is bringing pressure. He sees the pressure, gets the football out, and gets just enough for the first down.
Looking for a crease, it's Miranda. didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. And that's going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Man, that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And I'll tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those plays if he can't reel in those catches.
And the ball will be grabbed at the 30-yard line. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. You can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Clock ticks under the 4-minute mark here in the 3rd quarter. They want to just keep throwing it. And that ball is picked off. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20. 2nd interception of the day for the Seminoles. It's like they've run a secondary out there with Deion Sanders, Terrell Buckley, and Lee Corso.
And what does Deion say? Look good, feel good, play good, get paid good. These guys in the secondary making plays. This man might have made himself some money at the next level.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They'll go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They try to pop a run on the draw. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run.
Getting some heat. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
He gets a block. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with it. Looking deep down the right side. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
You know, as a quarterback, the worst thing you can do when you throw a go route is overthrow it, because the only thing that can happen is an incompletion like it did right there. The best thing to do sometimes is to underthrow, because your guy can come back, make the catch, or fight through and get a pass interference penalty.
Gets it out quickly. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off cover. As you can tell, the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Forced out of the pocket. He'll throw one to his right. And he reels it in at the 15-yard line. The forward pass used to be illegal in football. That one still is. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. A low line drive and short kick. He'll call for the fair catch here. Offense in an empty set. They're going to open this drive with a pass. They're trying to get to it. He looks that one in nicely. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Oh, that is a rope for the completion in this offense. I'll tell you, you think about great Seminole quarterbacks, the 3 W's, Wenke, Winston, Ward. Dudes that could change the game, Heisman Trophy winners. Every defensive coordinator was scared every time they had to play the Seminoles because of that vaunted passing attack. And this guy, I think he has D coordinators seeing ghosts because this guy can play at a high level.
They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the chains for the first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease, he puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
It's first down from the 37-yard line. Fast motion from the offense. Jackson will throw. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Yeah, and linebackers have to do a really good job of playing the run, but you can see sitting back in cover 2, understanding I got to get in my zone, get my eyes on the QB, break on the football. Nice play by that linebacker, nice pick.
A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Now on the option. Now the pitch. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He fires a bullet to the right. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Makes the tackle really strong, disciplined job, and now we have 1 period to play. 1st down to start the drive after the break. The corners are walked up tight. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
And how about this offense, man? Being able to succeed, still winning without their bell cow, without their star being their star. This offense has not had a great game on the ground, but they're still in the lead.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And now on 2nd down for this offense. They go to the draw. Ball's out. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And that right there, probably the biggest play in this game so far. The offense has the lead, and they're just trying to run the football to run this clock out. But the defense able to knock it out, jump on it. Now all of a sudden, this game has a completely different feel.
Excellent field position here for the offense. Looking to go up top on first down. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
And some of these guys make it look so easy, but these are tight windows down here, man. There's not a lot of space in the field, and he drops back, knows exactly where he's going with the football, throws it in there, makes the play, and more importantly, now his team is in the lead in the fourth quarter.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. They get you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Offense gets set for second down. Jackson gonna throw it. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He just missed the target on that one. Gotta put it on his body.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Looking to throw for it. Quick strike complete. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's fourth down.
And there are certain guys that I want to make sure I hone in on, and I do not give them the football in space. And this running back is one of those guys. Really good job by the defense, keeping their eyes on their keys and not letting him sneak out and get any kind of space. As soon as he touched it, he was on the ground.
They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Try to get it to the edge. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Comes out throwing on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Now inside 4 minutes to go here on second down. Using his feet. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Well, we saw the coaching staff on the sideline challenging this offensive line to end this game. They've got the lead late now, and they know they're going to continue trying to run the ball to ice it.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
The Tigers are on the move. The give and tick, 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 tick.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. Now, they got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. Now on second down. Wide out in motion. Right back to him on the ground. The Tigers get it past the sticks. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Just inside the 35, first and 10 from the 34. From the gun, running back on the move. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Ordinarily on second and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this third and short. They put this ball on lockdown. 8th play of the drive coming up. To throw, it's Owens. Fires to the middle. Snags it. And he wanted the score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. And a chance perhaps to salt this game away if this offense can pay this off with a late touchdown. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail meat, coffin, great execution by this offense to put this game away.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Louisiana Tech was able to cap off a close one in Ruston with a narrow victory. And that's the mark of a solid program. Pile up wins, build on games like these, and remain focused on the big picture. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. He's looking to throw. He's going up top here late in the game. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Wants to throw on first down. Looking for the score. It's incomplete and nearly intercepted in the end zone. You get the ball that close, you cannot put it in harm's way.
Oh, it's a big blown opportunity by the defense to just kill that drive right there. He had a chance to make that interception in the end zone, but he couldn't come up with it.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Motion from the offense. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left.
Well, the problem for this offense now late in the game, trailing by a bunch of points, is that the defense knows they're going to throw the football. And right now, offensively, they cannot protect the edge. You saw the speed coming from the outside. He was able to get to the quarterback for another negative play.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Throw to the end zone, picked off. Taking it the other way. Inside the 50. The 30. At the 20. And with that turnover, we come to the close of this game. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.